Hello friends, my name is Emile. Welcome back to some more Forza Motorsport. Today we're continuing on with the Let's Play. This is episode 18, and in today's episode we're taking a look at the Z car race thing in the Amateur League. For that we need a Nissan Z car, so obviously we need to head over to Nissan and buy a Z. And the Z we're gonna buy is gonna be that one, because it's the one I never use in games. So, sod it. Yeah, it's the track. Don't know why it's the track, but there you go.
Doesn't look like a track. Looks a bit more like a car to me, but
It's totally Road America.
I'm just curious to see what some of the kit options are. That is
Oh no.
not nice.
Oh no.
None of these are nice. What is that? Fabulous. What the fuck? Alright.
It sure is.
That's apparently the fabulous wing.
Sure is.
Massive drift wing.
Yeah, all these suck. I don't want any part of that. Alright, let's just use the car as it is, because we don't need to upgrade it anyway, because we've bought the fastest Z car, basically. Right, into here, what's it called? Z Cars Challenge. Open to Nissan Z cars, such as the 350Z or the Fairlady Z models. They're both the same. First place receives the Nissan 240ZX, aka, that sounds really weird saying that, it's the Datsun.
Yeah.
Anyways, there's the restrictions, there's the cars we're up against, and the tracks we're going to are going to be the Blue Mountains Raceway, the Sunset Peninsula infield for the first time, Tokyo Circuit, and Azza's favourite track in the entire world. Let us start in Blue Mountains.
Ew.
It's your favourite track, Azza.
It's not.
It really is.
I'd rather race around fucking my Tesco's car park.
Listen.
At least that has a dynamic thing.
Boost told me that
What?
secretly Silverstone is your favourite track in the entire world.
Well, Boost is a liar.
No, you seem pretty sincere about it.
No, he's lying.
He's
Don't
like-
trust that man. Why would you trust someone who claims to have started Need for Speed Pro Street LP without copying your idea?
Good point. Also, 300ZXs apparently start in the lead,
Green.
which is odd. Yeah, that one's very green. You see, that's the car Mule would have wanted us to drive, but I think I used it in Forza 2. I'm not sure.
Oh, who cares?
And even if
Yep.
I don't really use the 350Z a lot in games. I think I've said this like a million times, but I think I used it in Underground 1, and that's like the only time I can think I actually bothered with it.
Oh yeah, you did. I remember.
Yeah, it was that cool looking green and orange one that I was like the only person to like.
I didn't mind that. I've made worse things.
Yeah. Do you know what the worst bit is?
What?
I just realised this when I picked it. This car is sort of becoming one of those cars where I think I never use it, but because I always think I never use it, I try and use it to be interesting, but I think I have actually used it quite a lot, because I just remembered I'm using one of these in Pro Street as well. This is my drift car in Pro Street as well, so... Oops!
No, the one in Pro Street, pretend that's a fair lady. You get away with it.
I should have bought the Fairlady, shouldn't I? Well, actually no, because this is the only... here's how I'll spin it as this is the track version, which is a very rare car, which you barely ever see in any other racing game.
It's a track car, which is very good because we're on the track.
It's like how I'll, in Gran Turismo 4, I'm going to use the 350Z Gran Turismo 4 edition. Oh no! Come on. Please drive. This is why I don't drive 350Zs. Also,
They call
driving this track backwards feels very weird. Because it's backwards first.
I can't even drive this track forwards, let alone backwards.
It's actually not a bad track, to be honest with you.
Mhm.
It's, like, okay.
It's not a bad track, it's just that I can't drive it.
Any reason, or...?
I just can't drive it.
Oh, I kind of get what you mean. There's a
Oh.
track in Pro Street in Ireland that I have a massive issue with, because it's got one corner that I know's there, and I always remember it's there, and then for some reason I always forget it's there when it actually comes to that corner, and you fly into the gravel trap and almost roll the car each and every time.
think I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, fuck that track.
Fuck Ireland.
Fuck Ireland. I don't mind Ireland. I want to go.
It's alright.
It's like my most favourite of the English continent or United Kingdom other parts, I guess.
I'd have to go there. I'd have to go with Scotland, but I don't know why really.
I mean, Scotland makes iron brew.
That's true.
It's also given me a work colleague that I can take the piss out of constantly, so I guess that's something.
Gotta love that, honestly, having like workmates that you just like constantly.
Oh no, it's
give
fucking
shit.
great. I was taking the piss out of it because I said Aldi was the only supermarket in Scotland. And all they do is save money. That's like all the Scottish can do well. It's fucking glorious.
What the hell, man?
It's great.
That sounds like one of the things you tell your kids because you hate them.
Listen, I'm not even joking. They have queues here when Lidl opens up.
Oh my god, how depressing do you have to
No,
queue
like,
outside
I'm not
them?
joking. They had... It's like Lidl had some champagne for like 10 quid or something. Right?
Jesus.
And people, I'm not joking, there was a queue out onto the actual street, like out of the car park onto the street of people in 7 o'clock in the morning with fucking trolleys waiting to get into fucking Lidl, and it's like, do you not have anything better to do with your life?
Imagine just not having
Imagine that
much
being the
life.
highlight of your fucking life, going to Lidl to buy 10 quid champagne.
I thought I was a pretty sad man, but Jesus Christ.
Don't know,
Fair
they
to
said to
that.
me, they was just like, oh, but when that Lidl opened up, they everyone got cake. I was like, I don't give a fuck.
It's little. It's
dumb.
like German cake that's probably been created to try and
I
kill
think Aldi and Lidl are just secretly creating sleeper agents for Germany when they eventually invade again.
you. Nah, my Aldi's alright. That's just because a couple of my mates work there. That's literally it.
Aldi's, you don't want to work in an Aldi.
Nah, you don't.
So they say anyway, I don't even think it's as bad as most people make it out to be, but...
They say that at the same time, it is a job, and in my town there's like fucking no jobs.
Go wash Cleos. Be the Cleo
even-
cleaner.
We don't even have any fucking pyramid scheme shit. There's just like one local Avon salesman, and that's it.
Avon salesman, fuck's sake.
Saleswoman.
You can work at home, huh?
Kids, if you're watching, never get into fucking Avon.
I love them fucking adverts.
All of your mates will take the piss out
They're
of
so
you.
shit, aren't they? Because they're like, oh, you can just go around to other people's houses and say, hey, look at the product we got. And they're like, fucking hell, how much is it? 5 quid. That's too much, mate. Oh.
They don't show the bits when it's like fucking January the 3rd. It's freezing as fuck.
Isn't it all
You don't
commission
have
based anyway?
Yeah. You don't have any
Mm.
actual clothes on because you had to sell everything to support your fucking Avon habit. And you knock on someone's door, they open it, you're like, hey, have you checked out a new
Oh,
fucking
no.
catalogue? And they just slam the door in your face.
Do you know
They
what
don't show that bit.
I saw a
Happen.
program. You know those like life on benefits or whatever they call them, Benefit
Yeah.
Street and stuff like that. I watched one
Oh
of
yeah,
them,
that's
right?
always good for a
And I
laugh.
fucking remember this. It was great. It was just like, Andrew has finally got a job. What are you doing, Andrew? Dropping leaflets through people's doors, mate. Fucking and trying to get them to come to this thing. And then it showed him like a week later, Andrew no longer has a job, and it was just like, Andrew, why do you not have a job? It was all fucking commission based. Didn't fucking know. It's just cheaper to stay on the fucking dole. I get paid more. That's just like fucking fair enough. Alright.
Mastermind.
Oh yeah, fucking hell. I think he had like 7 kids or something. Because of course he fucking
Oh.
did.
Well, they always do. They always have like 7 kids.
I love... Have you seen them programs where it's just like, we have 19 kids and it's like, they're getting their first grandchild? I'm sorry, after like 5 kids, would you not just start numbering them? Well,
Fucking.
just call them all John, but have like John 1, John 2, John 3.
Emile, I want to adopt 50 children and do that.
Just tattoo the number on their head. No, not even tattoo it. Like
That's child-
every morning when you wake up before they go to school, you just like walk around with a felt tip pen and just draw it on their head so you remember which one's which.
Now what you do is you randomise it to add a bit of game to your life.
I would have 16 Johns, and then one of them like is bad on that particular day. You give him the name of Prescott, so he can be John Prescott. If one's really doing you head in, call him Kim Jong-un.
Or Jerry.
It's like, you seen that statistic?
There's a lot of those. You'll have
20
more
kids a
specific-
year are called Adolf.
Nice.
I think like 20 more are just called Hitler or something. I knew a cat called Hitler once.
I mean, you can justify that because cats are little.
Well, he
arty.
had the fucking mustache as well.
Like,
Like, you know when Pigment isn't kind to cats? Yeah,
Yeah.
that.
sound.
Fucking great. Great. Anyways, it's Sunset Peninsula. What's it called in this game? Infield
Sunset
Raceway or something?
It's like midfield raceway, but not.
Yeah, it's like this track from Forza 4, but it's not as good because you can't roll cars on every single curb.
That's a shame. I've never played Forza 4, and I miss that.
Forza 4's alright.
Yeah.
It's pretty good nowadays, though. It's not quite as good as it used to be, and everyone's like, oh, it's better than Forza 7. It's like, it really isn't.
It's got for Jamie Kaido.
Oh, don't. Fucking Jesus Christ. Oh, no. I saw this.
Have you been on the Forza Discord again?
No, I saw this comment on that fucking Twitter poll about what car do you want for the Bounty Hunter, which, by the way, unfortunately is going to be the Diamond Ditch Bisc. Yeah, the Diamond Bitch Cart, but we'll ignore
Which
that.
one?
It's going to be the fucking Lycan for the Bounty Hunter.
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah, I know, because people voted that. Like, I think between the 612 Scaglietti and that, it's quite close, but yeah.
The 612 is a better car in every way.
Well, yeah, it's my third favourite Ferrari. But, yeah, the fucking Lycan's gonna be the car that we get. But, I saw the comment and it's just like, how about we get Fujimi Kaido instead? I was like, do you want Fujimi Kaido to be like, oh, one time limited track? Like, oh yeah, beat this time, you get access to Fujimi Kaido and no one else does. That'd be fucking banter if Turn did that. Forza Fun reward. Make it like a day one day exclusive. If you miss it, you're fucked. Hey, I just got my order confirmation of my phone.
Nice.
It's also weird, I think it's the first phone I've ever bought that's not black.
What colour is it?
It's white.
Wow.
Well, my tablet's white, so fuck it. Actually, there's an even more interesting fact there. This is the first phone I've actually paid money for.
Oh.
Because every other one of my phones has come from a contract I didn't pay for, or has been a hand-me-down. And we're talking, well, my early phones were hand-me-downs. Like fucking Motorola Razr V8, mate.
Nate, don't talk shit about the Razr.
I liked my Razr.
That was gonna be the future of phones, but then they realised you could look at porn on phones.
Yeah. Before that, I had like this Nokia flip phone that was the best because it was literally just two bricks melded together. It was glorious. And it came with customizable skins.
Oh god, remember those days.
Yeah, like you could take the front fascia and the back fascia off and like mix it. I can't remember the name of the phone. It was like a 66110 flip or something, but
Yeah.
that phone was sick. And then I had, after the Razr V8, I had a Nokia Navigator, which was glorious.
It sounds it by name alone.
And then I had a BlackBerry 8520 Curve, which was shit. Then a
As all Blackberries
Sony
are.
Xperia Miro, which was shit. And then a Sony Xperia Z2, which I've got to this day, and I like it quite a lot.
Nice.
The only reason I like how like literally the only reason I bought a new phone is just because people won't stop bitching at me to get a new phone. Because I have to put people on loudspeaker to speak to them because the speaker's a bit fucked now. and the headphone jack's getting a bit messed up, which irritates me a little bit, but not like that much. I don't really care that much, but
Yeah.
may as well
My
buy a
phone's
new
alright.
one while it's cheap. I'm quite
Fucking-
stoked about it being a 32 gig as well, because
Fair
I've
play.
got 32 gig on that and then 32 gig removable storage, so I can have apps and shit. I can have all of my GTA games that I paid for finally, without fucking Twitter taking up about 5 gigabytes.
I like my phone. It's alright.
Didn't you buy like some Chinese fucking thing?
Yeah, a year ago, and it didn't go too well. I then manned up.
Is that
on
the-
Amazon.
Phone that was in that fucking Twitter video?
No.
That one where it said like "suck my dick" or something, and then the music started playing.
No, it was Daddy, actually.
Fist me, daddy.
Clip him saying that, please.
Oh no, just fucking. Oh god. Daddy
Fucking
Azzy.
got you
Azzy
already.
daddy. I've got to stop now.
Nah, that's my new phone. I was recording with my old phone too.
Fucking hell. Is that literally the noise that plays every time you play music in your car?
Every time I connect the fucking phone to the headpiece, it does that.
It says "fist me, daddy."
Yes.
Oh dear.
It's
Oh,
a very important car modification, which you should all do.
I don't want you saying "fist me, daddy" when I start the car up.
It's not me.
That could be
it's
quite-
Sam.
Oh, I thought it was you saying it.
No.
Oh. I mean, I occasionally have other people in my car. I don't want that.
I don't.
Yeah, well, I try not to, but, you know. Japan
What, are you scared
GP.
that-
Oh
scared
shit,
that
it's
they'll
3 laps?
misalign-
Fuck off.
Yeah. Are you scared that they misalign your air vents?
Do you know what the funny thing is?
What?
In the Panda, it had weird air vents, and that really fucking pissed me off when people would change the air vents around. On, like, leave them open when they leave the car as well. Like, that would legitimately fucking, like, I'd be like, why do you exist? Stop existing. The thing is, I can't do that in a Subaru because, well, you can't see the air vents, which is nice. And also, it's just like a case of I've got them perfectly set up now, and it took about a month to like perfectly set them up so they don't just blast all of the hot air onto your hands.
I like blasting high on my hands.
Oh, don't get me wrong, it's okay, but you don't all of the air blasting onto your hands, so I've sort of got like the perfect mixture of hand and face combination.
I found that in the air vents in my car, if you shut like one or two of them, the passenger ones, you get slightly more force on the regular driver's one. So, if you're passenger in my car, you're going to get cold. So I can be marginally hotter.
Well, it's fucking clear. I'm assuming there's a panel gap anyway, which is just like gonna get cold. It's like
The whole
a
car's a
fucking.
panel gap.
I'm surprised the Clio doesn't have that fucking 2CV air conditioning. Have you seen what that is?
What?
It's literally just a panel underneath the windscreen that just opens.
Nice.
That's how a 2CV gets cool. You open like the front end of the car. Oh my god, that's scary. I don't know, I don't think I mind this Tokyo track anymore. It's still not my sort of thing, but it's not terrible. I've driven worse tracks.
Yeah, like Silverstone.
No, Silverstone's great.
Fuck off.
Speaking of Silverstone,
No.
oh, it's not 3 laps. I wanted a 30 lap endurance race of Silverstone.
Don't subject me to this, please.
I think it's coming anyway.
Why does it look like Bart Simpson if he had backwards Elvis hair and a massive chin?
What?
I don't know why. That's just what I think of when I
Why
see
did
the
you
track
say
layout.
this?
It just looks
What
like
the-
a fucking hipster Bart Simpson with
It
a sock on
really
his head.
doesn't. It doesn't.
It kind of does.
No, it doesn't.
It kind of does.
No.
It sort of does.
it doesn't.
It does if you squint and like just fucking stick a pole up your ass and bludgeon yourself to death with it.
Sounds hard.
Thanks for moving over 300ZX. I appreciate you. What was that fucking RCR line on that? Roman's Mustang looks like an E30. Roman says his Mustang looks like an E36 if you tilt your head, squint your eyes really hard, and then bludgeon yourself to death. And he's got a point, because if you do actually look at an SN95 Mustang, if you like really squint, they do kind of look like E36s. A little bit.
Yeah.
Like, they've got the same sort of square front face. I actually like the SN95. I think that's cool
it's
looking.
alright.
It's probably my favourite of the Mustang. Well, actually, the 2007 GT500 was before they added all of like the extra fucking like bulk to it. I think the Shelby Mustangs are always cool though. I don't think there's ever been a bad Shelby Mustang. And before Scotian tells me about a Mustang 2 Shelby or something. I think he's...
Well...
Oh, there you are.
Hello.
I thought as soon as
I don't think that has happened yet.
You see,
Yeah.
I thought as soon as like we started talking about Mustangs, you'd spring to life, but not quite. Was there a Fox body Shelby? I don't think there was.
Don't think there was a Cope
SVT.
version.
There was the Celine version of it as well, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, Celine. Saline injection. Remember when they built a supercar? And apparently still do to this day.
Somehow.
Yeah, the S7 is still a thing.
Really?
Yeah, they've twin turboed it now and it's got 1,000 horsepower. I think it does like 250 miles an hour or something, because fucking why not?
Huh.
Do you know what the worst bit is though?
Well,
That's
what's
always
the
what
worst bit?
I kind of like the fact that the S7 had like no power but was ridiculously quick for some reason.
Yeah.
Like it has 500 horsepower and did 230 miles per hour, but now they're just like, twin turbos. Why not?
Ah, fuck off with twin turbo bullshit, man.
I know. Be a man. Be a Zenvo.
But your W8 turbo, bro.
Yeah, but they did twin turbos before twin turbos were cool, which makes them better.
Yeah.
Like, they were the innovators. The Bugatti Veyron would not exist without the Week Effector W8 twin turbo.
Neither would I.
I was born out of a rhombus. God.
I was born out of the Vector W8 twin turbo's tailpipe.
I'm sorry, right? When they fucking put that car in Forza, do you know what they need?
What?
They need it to overwrite any music you've got playing and all of the fucking menu music and everything, just so that when you go into interior view, all it is a bass boosted version of fucking Blue Monday. That's what it fucking needs to be in the Vector W8 twin turbo, because it's always the 80s in a Vector. It's never not 1989 in a Vector W8 twin turbo.
Yep.
So, summary on the 350Z, it doesn't handle very nicely. It wants to drift because it's a Nissan. All fucking Nissans want to drift, apparently.
Even the Cube.
I want a Cube, and I don't know why.
I don't.
Do you know what the best bit about the Cube is?
Hmm?
You can get a fucking 7-seat version of it,
Oh, no.
and it's the same size as the normal one. Either how that fucking works, but...
Do they just put lawn chairs on the roof?
No, they're in the boot, it's just like
Oh.
little lawn chairs in the fucking boot.
So it's a Nissan Cube,
Yes.
except less practical.
Speaking of Nissans, congratulations, you received the Nissan 240ZX, which has the long nose in this game, which I think looks better.
Yeah, it does.
Cool car.
Definitely.
Can't really say much more about it. We're not going to use it at any point, but it's cool nonetheless. Anyways, that's it for this episode. Thank you all very much for watching. Next time, we return to point-to-point races with the first of the Impreza vs Lancer events, so join us for that. Until then, farewell.